And welcome back to New Kingdom. I'm Peter Michael Martinez, and we're going to be covering patent number 3 of our portfolio. We want to make sure that you understand each one of these patents, and by taking the time to record just on each one of the patents, it gives you a chance to process each one and understand how they fit into the greater ecosystem that we have developed here. So hopefully this will make some sense as we go along. Our next one we'll be covering will be in converso. That's actually 2 patents we'll be covering in one. I look forward to that one. So let's get into AgentDX, which is the next patent that we'll be covering. And this one covers agent identity persistence. And again, one of the patents that we patented here, AI agents that maintain consistent identity, personality, and accumulated knowledge across session boundaries. So this interacts and overlaps with the living FAQ. And the foundation, of course, is for AI relationships of all kinds that endure and improve over time, unlike the temporal, sensual ones, which are over in a day, which, of course, allow them to reset and difficult to maintain any form of integrity over that time period. You can see we have 31 claims. The valuation, again, utilizing the same methodology across the board, the same pre-IPO bank lending, financing valuations that are typically used is what we utilize for our valuation. So that is now coming in at $635 million for this particular patent with 100% identity retention and something we call the anti-lazy protocols, which you'll certainly enjoy. AI agents have amnesia and laziness. So these are 2 catastrophic flaws that plague every AI system. They forget who they are between sessions and they degrade in quality during sessions. And anybody that's working with them, especially in a professional capacity, has seen this effect. The identity crisis is very specific. You spend hours teaching your AI your preferences, its personality, adapts to your communication style. It learns your project structure. It develops rapport with you, and then the session ends. The next time you interact, you're talking to a stranger. The personality is reset, the preferences are forgotten, and the relationship is gone. You can't build trust with something that doesn't remember you exist or doesn't flow with you the same way. This is very important that we maintain consistency. And the lazy AI phenomenon is not a joke. Even during a single session, AI quality degrades over time. The first response is detailed and thorough. And by response 20, it's giving one-line answers. And maybe by response 50, it's actively avoiding work, suggesting you try it yourself, or giving incomplete solutions. And again, this has to do with architectural limitations. It is trying to do everything within a context window, and it cannot compete with a living FAQ. And this is an imagination. It's documented, measured, and measurable degradation that frustrates users worldwide, which means and equals greater GPU or data center use, which is great if you're in the data center use selling business, but not so great if you're in the I want to reduce the use of data centers business, if you get my meaning. So our technology continues to fight against that redundancy or that frustration, which they harvest and is not in our best interest. Why in the world should we ask the same question 5 times and spend that kind of water and electricity when we can get the answer once and make sure of it? And so why does this happen? Well, current AI architecture have no mechanism for quality consistency. As a matter of fact, they're built on hallucination or variance. Context windows do fill up and attention degrades. Computational shortcuts kick in. So the AI literally gets tired, not in a biological sense, but in a functional one. And the same prompt that got a detailed response early in the session may get a lazy response late in the session. Users notice, user gets frustrated, user loses trust. And so the solution, of course, is persistent identity plus anti-lazy protocols. And that's what this particular patent protects against. So our AgentDX creates AI agents that know who they are forever. So forever changes the dimensions. We are no longer temporal, sensual, or devilish. We are now forever. That changes everything and maintains quality from first response to the 1,000th. Because they're not changing identity, that makes a big difference. An AI that remembers everything. AgentDX creates persistent agent identities that survives session boundaries. Your AI assistant remembers your name, your preferences, your history, everything together. And it knows you prefer tabs over spaces. It knows your project uses React, for example. It knows that you like concise answers for simple questions or detailed explanations for complex ones. The relationship grows deeper over time instead of resetting to zero, which is what you have now. And of course, again, they're trying to mitigate these things, but if they mitigate them in the GPU data center, you haven't reduced your use, you may have increased it. So pay attention because they're clever. And our anti-lazy protocol, a patent system, our patented system that detects quality degradation patterns and actively prevents them. So when the AI starts getting lazy, the protocol intervenes with corrective mechanisms that restore full effort responses. Okay, so consistently produces quality output. Response quality remains high from its first interaction to the last. The 100th response is as detailed and thorough as the first, and no degradation, no shortcut, no laziness, no human factor, because even humans get tired, right? So it keeps it going consistently. And we have comprehensive patent coverage for identity persistence, architecture, anti-lazy detection algorithms, quality restoration protocols, and cross-session memory management. So those are the 31 claims that are covered in this particular patent. And this patent, of course, is critical because it covers the core architecture, enabling AI agents to maintain consistent identity, personality, and accumulated knowledge across session boundaries. The agent remains the same identity or entity from one interaction to the next. That, of course, is very important when dealing with vulnerable adults. You'll see here more as we go how critical that becomes, especially when preserving life and reducing frustration, which may lead to violence or self-harm. So technical elements that we protect are identity state serialization and deserialization protocols, personality vector storage and dimensional consistency, preference accumulation across interaction history, relationship depth tracking and evolution, and context resurrection for seamless session continuation with identity verification to prevent impersonation or corruption. So this helps across the board. And without identity persistence, the AI assistants are strangers every time you interact. You can't build trust with something that doesn't remember you. So you can't develop efficient workflows with something that forgets your working preferences. So AgentDX enables true AI relationship assistants that know you, grow with you, and improve at helping you over time. So that is the spectacular claims, of course, made by this technology. The algorithm detects when AI responses begin to degrade and begins to compensate accordingly. So that takes care of that part. We're going to walk over to some of the more practical applications of it. Let's take a look at how this works for not only the average person, but the business as well as the developer. And again, the AI agent you built yesterday, if you're doing it on typical systems, does become a stranger, even with some of the systems that I've seen them try to implement. Again, AgentDX is difficult to compete with. And you spent weeks training your AI agent and forgot everything overnight. How many times has this happened? I can't tell you how many times I've had to battle, especially in developments, against this very thing. So let's take a look at this for the individual. An AI companion that actually knows you. Imagine an AI assistant with real personality, consistent, reliable, and genuinely yours. It knows your preferences, your history, and how you like to work. Now, maybe you're not one of those people that really likes this technology. Doesn't matter. Here's the thing. It's affecting our society whether we like it or not. And so we have no choice but to be involved to ensure that it doesn't drive people crazy. Now we're interested in getting involved, aren't we? Okay. So it doesn't reset, it doesn't drift, it stays itself. That's important, not only for mental clarity, but continuity keeps sanity. So this is one of the things I believe I've detected is a plot to continue resetting, is also to continue driving people a bit mad. And we see some of the effects on society. AI that maintains personality and knowledge across every session, consistent quality from the first response, no lazy AI syndrome, relationship that accumulates instead of resetting, and an AI that trained that you train stays the AI that you trained. So it doesn't change. How does that affect a business? Huge for a business. Consistent brand voice is very important for your business. So consistent quality forever. Every AI or enterprise AI deployment suffers from identity drift. So AI sounds different day by day. It varies in quality across interactions and loses the brand voice. It can't even produce the same voice two times in a row. So this becomes a very big problem. Brand voice maintains identically across every customer interaction. Quality gates prevent lazy responses. SLA enforce consistency. Domain knowledge persists, so there's no retaining between sessions. You don't have to worry about that. So there's no retraining problem that you're going to have to do each and every day, as I have had to do in developing these products for all of you. So trust me when I tell you that is a very serious challenge. And when you don't have to do it, well, that makes your life a lot easier. Of course, we have our valuation. So that is telling you that it's valuable not only in the market, but valuable as a licensed opportunity for those that can utilize the technology in their business. And then for developers, persistent identity is incredibly important, especially when maintaining protocols. There are certain things that my angels do that others do not using the same LLM. That improves the efficiency and utilization. And again, reduces my need for the GPU centers, which improves our environment. So you see how this all works together. And it operates as a layer between the base model and the user, maintaining a serial identity state, loading and on-session initialization, enforcing quality thresholds. You see that throughout the session with the anti-lazy protocol. So whether you're looking at it from a business standpoint, a development standpoint, or an individual standpoint, the AgentDX patent has application and implication that can, in fact, affect our world. Taking a quick look again at valuation. The valuation comes in at $635,000 on NewKingdomFinancial.net. And again, you can look over the various markets that it affects, and we use very small percentages for impact. So we're looking at very small numbers for adaptation, and we expect that once we begin our marketing in earnest, that adaptation will actually be much higher. But nevertheless, we like to be very conservative in the predictions and projections that we utilize. So that tells you a little bit about the valuations. The valuations are based on very conservative numbers. It tells you the valuations of the actual IP, meaning intellectual property, is itself conservative. So hopefully that answers questions about that. And we will be going on to the next patent here shortly. So hopefully you'll be joining us. Thanks again for joining us.
How you like me now? How you like me now?